Welcome to another back of the net recording. This one is for the OCR foundation paper, paper 1, so it's non-calculator, and it's June 2011. Okay, usual warning, that's the formula page, do not try and answer them. Okay, question 1, for each of these shapes, 3 possible names are given, put a tick by each one. Rectangle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 sides, so octagon, octopus. Okay, this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. It's a bit confusing. That is 6 sides, so it's a hexagon. It's not a regular hexagon, but it's got 6 sides. Trapezium is that one, swinging from the trapeze at the circus. This question is definitely a triangle. The sides aren't equal. There aren't 2 sides that are equal, so it must be a scaling triangle. 3D shape. It's not a cube. It's definitely not a cone. Cuboid. Okay, Carlos did a survey about types of fruit. Here is his results. Complete the 4 spaces in the table. Well, let's do this one first. I need 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5 and 4 make 9. 5, 10, 15, 2 more is 17, 5, 10 and 11. Which fruit was the most popular? Apple has the highest number, so we shall write apple. How many more people liked mango than strawberry? Mango than strawberry. There's 11 there, there's 3 there, so 11 take the 3 should be 8. Carlos asked 50 people in the survey, 12 did not answer. Some people gave the name of 1 fruit and all the rest gave the name of 2 fruits. How many gave the name of 2 fruits? It's quite a complicated question now. I think the first thing I have to do is add these up. So 7 and 3 is 10 and 11 is 21 and a 9 is 30. That gives me 41. So I've got 41 responses there. I'm just going to double check that. 3 and 7 is 10, 21, 21, 30. I've got 47 this time. Let's try again. I'm not concentrating. 3, let's do it a different way actually. 3 and 9 is 12, 12, 19, 29, 29, 29, 36, 47. It is definitely 47 altogether. So we've got 47 responses there. Sorry that took so long. There were 50 people, so I've got something to do with the 50 and the 47. 12 didn't give an answer, so 12 people said none. That would leave us with 38 that we actually needed an answer from. If we've got 47 there, that must mean the difference between 38 and 47 is 9, and 9 people must have said 2 fruits to give us that many more there. That's the extra ones we didn't have that we should have had. Hope that makes sense. Okay. Work out 166 plus 383. Well, you just see me struggle with that one. 2 ways you could do this. You can just count on from there, or you could do your column addition. If you do that, you'll get the answer 549. 707 minus 123 will give you 584. 144 divided by 8. The way I would do this is to halve it, and halve it again. Half of 144, 72, half of 72, 36, half of 36, 18. Okay, 46 times 27. I always use the grid method. 40 and 6, 20 and 7. Don't feel you've got to use the lines, just carry on. 8, 0, 0, 2 is 12 and 0, 28, 42. I'm now going to add those up. Always write down your addition in the column, like this, first of all, to check that you've got the right number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's add it up. 2. 8 and 2 is 10, 14, 8 and 2 is 10, another 2 makes 12, 1, 2, 4, 2, 1, 2, 4, 2. There we go. Okay, put a ring around each of the fractions that are equivalent to 1/4. Well, 21 over 24 I'm not even going to bother with because that's clearly over half. 3/12 could be close. I can divide that by 3. Top, divide the bottom by 3, can be 1/4. That's 1. 21 and 84. I can divide those first of all both by 7. If I wanted to, it would give me 3 over 12, which I've already identified. So that is the same. But also I can see that 21 times 4 will give me 84, so that must be 1 as well. 4 isn't going to work. That's my 2 there, just make sure it's nice and clear for the examiner. Put a ring around the two terms that are equivalent to 0.75. Well, 0.75 is 75 hundredths. 75 out of the 100, which would be the same as 75%. So there's 1. 3/4 is the same as 75%. 5/7 won't be, and 75 over 10 won't be. It needs to be over 100. That's 2 there. Put a ring around two terms that are equivalent to 30%. Well, 30% is 30 out of 100. That would cancel to 3 out of 10. So there's 1. 3 out of 10 would be 0.3. There's my other one. Okay. The first three even numbers are 2, 4 and 6. Write down the next 2 even numbers, 8 and 10. 17 is an odd number. Write down the odd numbers that come immediately before and immediately after 17. 19 is after, 15 is before. A recipe gives this rule to find the cooking time for a leg of lamb. Cooking time in minutes equals 30 times the weight in pounds plus 30. Dave is cooking a leg of lamb, it weighs 4 pounds. So my rule here is times 30 plus 30. So I'm putting in 4. 4 times 30 is 120, 4 3s are 12, 120, add 30 is 150. Anna's cooking a larger leg of lamb, it weighs 8.5 pounds. Work out her cooking time in hours and minutes. So I've got to work it out, then I've got to convert it to hours and minutes. So first of all, I need 8.5 times by 30, then add 30. Okay, well 8 times 30, 3 8s are 24, so it's going to be 240, plus half of 30 is 15, half of 30 is 15, add those up, that gives me 255. So I'm on 255, I've then got to add 30, gives me 285. Okay, so it's 285 minutes. Let's write that down, because that's certainly going to be worth 2 marks getting that far. I've now got to convert that into hours and minutes. To do that, I'm going to write down the minutes. 120, 180, 240. Well, quite clearly the next one's going to take me over. So that's 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. To get up to 85, I need another 45 minutes. So it's 4 hours and 45 minutes. Quite a long time to cook a leg of lamb. Right, Jo keeps this paper for her printer in an open top box. The base is a rectangle and its height is 8 centimeters. Use the grid below to draw a net of this box. Use a scale of 1 centimeter to represent 4 centimeters. I'm just going to do a little think about this a minute over here. I'm going to have the big base, then I'm going to have that bit that would fold down like that, a little flap there. Right, okay, that's the sort of thing I'm looking for. I've got to use a scale though, 1 centimeter to represent 4 centimeters. So just by these I'm going to know it's a quarter smaller on my drawing here than it is saying it is here. So a quarter of that would be 6, a quarter of that would be 8, and a quarter of 8 would be 2. That's helped me out a bit, so those are the dimensions I'm going to need. So let's start round about here. I'm going to need it to be 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 long. 6 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Finish that off. Then the bit that flaps down is going to be 2, so that's 2 is to there. There'll be 2 up here as well, and obviously flapping down the sides will also be 2, like so. Let's get the ruler and quickly draw that in for you. Just use it upside down so it doesn't smudge. There we go, that's what it should be looking like. If you've done it in pencil in the exam, it may be a good idea just to very briefly shade it in, just so the examiner can see the bits you have actually used, just like that. Okay. Joe has 400 sheets of paper, 15% of the sheets are yellow. Work out how many yellow sheets Joe has. So this is a percentage of an amount question. We normally write down 100, 50, 10, 5. So 100% is 400, 50% would be 200, 10% would be 40, and 5% would be 20. I want 15%. To get 15 I need 10 and 5, which is 40 and 20. 40 and 20 makes 60. 60. Always worth writing out in that way, so you've got a method there, so it's clear what we're doing. The next bit, each sheet of Joe's paper is 0.08 millimeters thick. What's the height of her pile of 400 sheets? Well, we need to do 400 multiplied by 0.08. The way I would do this is say, well, it's the same as 4 times 8, which equals 32. So 400 times 8 would be equal to 3200. Twice as up, 10 times as big, 100 times as big. But then I've got to make that answer itself now 10 times smaller. And then 100 times smaller. 10 times smaller, 100 times smaller. So that's going to go back to 32. So the answer is 32 millimeters. It's about right for 400 sheets. That's 3.2 centimeters. Makes sense. Sam and Lizzie are playing a game in the garden. Okay, so they're throwing over there. Get the score. What's the median of Lizzie's score? So I need the middle one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the middle. The median is the average, the midway point between those two. Between 1 and 1 is 1. Lizzie plays the game for an 11th time. Explain why her score will not change. I'm just going to mark that with a star. If there were 11 numbers, the middle number would be the 6th in the row. I've marked it with an asterisk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is also 1. Sam plays 10 times. Here are his scores. Work out the mean of Sam's scores. Right, I need to add these up. 18, 28. So the total is 28, and I need to divide that by 10, which is 2.8. What is the largest amount when he plays the 11th time that his score can improve? Well, before the total was 28, and that was out of his 10 goes, it could improve by a maximum of 5, which would take us to 33, but that would be out of 11, So that mean would become 3 point... Sorry, no, it wouldn't. 33 divided by 11 is 3. Would be 3, so the maximum it can go up by is 3, take away the 2.8, which equals 0.2. So the maximum increase is 0.2. Quite a tricky question, that one. Okay, what is the square of 1? Well, that's 1 times 1, which is 1. I bet loads of people put 2 for that question by mistake. Work out 2 cubed plus the square root of 9. Now look, this is worth 2 marks, so do it separately. 2 cubed equals 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. The square root of 9 equals 3. 8 plus 3 equals 11. So even if you've got one of these wrong, you get a method mark for what you've done. The cube root of 125. It's hard to see, though, that's the cube root. What times what times what, and all the what's must be the same number, gives you 125. Well, 5 times 5 is 25, times by 5 again, 125. 0.8 times 0.5. 8 times 5 equals 40. 0.8 times 5 would be 4, so 0.08 would be, 0.8 times 0.05 would be 0.04. Don't think I got that right. Just 0.4, sorry, 0.4. Half of 0.8 would have been far easier, wouldn't it? Half of 0.8 is 0.4. Ken thinks that 21 is a prime number. Given reason why is wrong, because 3 times 7 equals 21. So more than 2 factors, because 1 times 21 is also 21. Right, the next prime number after 13. Right, 14, that's not 1. 15, nope. 16, nope. 17. 17, I can't divide it by 2, can't divide it by 3, can't divide it by 7, I can't divide it by 10, I can't divide it by 11, I'm past halfway, must be 17. There we go. Question number 10. Here is part of the train title for the Esk Valley Railway in Yorkshire. Whitby to Middlesbrough, Middlesbrough to Whitby. Markham catches the 8:52 from Whitby to Middlesbrough. When he returns from Middlesbrough, he catches a 17:54 to Nunthorpe, where he meets a friend. He then catches the next train from Nunthorpe to Whitby. How many minutes does he spend altogether on these 3 train journeys? Okay, I'm going to make this simple for myself by doing journey 1, journey 2, and journey 3. Let's sit in it like that. So journey 1, that was from 8:52 from Whitby to Middlesbrough. 8:52 Whitby to Middlesbrough is that journey there. So he's gone from 8:0852 to Middlesbrough at 10:18. Okay, so here I'm going to work this one out. Okay, 8:52 up to 9 o'clock is 8 minutes. He then goes from 9 till 10, which is 1 hour, and then another 18 minutes to get from 10 to 10:18. 8 and 18 minutes is a total of 26 minutes, and he's got 1 hour. So that's journey there. 1 hour and 26 minutes. Sorry for not pushing that paper a bit further. That's journey 1 sorted. Journey 2 then catches, when he returns from Middlesbrough, he's going from Middlesbrough, he gets to 17:54 to Nunthorpe, which is 18:08. That's that train there. 18:08. So 17:54, 18:08. Let's do it again. That seems really rather quick. Oh no, that's okay, it was there as well. So just a short, that's 6 minutes for the first, up to the hour of 8, and then another 8. Take
because 6 and 8 minutes is a total of 14 minutes. That was a short one. He then catches the next train from Nunthorpe back home to Whitby. Now, the next train isn't going to go from Nunthorpe, it's going to go from Nunthorpe, but the 20:03 doesn't go. So it's got to go at the 20:05, gets him in at 22:11. 22:11, not 22:11. Just be a bit careful there. 22:11. So, up until 21 o'clock, as it were, would be minutes. Between 1:22 is 1 hour, and then another 11 minutes. So the total in this is 1 hour and 16 minutes. Right, here we go then. I've got this time, and this time. So first of all, I've got 2 hours. I've got 26, and another 14 gives me 40 minutes. Let's just make a note of that. Another 16 minutes is 56. So 2 hours, 56. So a total of 2 hours, 56 minutes on train. Oh, that's a shame. Because it asked me how many minutes does he spend altogether on the train. What a pain. So I know my 2 hours is equivalent to 120 minutes. 120 minutes. And those other 56 will be 176 minutes. So there's a line through that. Alright, 6 minutes. Okay. Hey, there we go. Sorry to show that a little bit there again. Forget to move paper up. Right. Question 11. ABC is a isosceles angle, so those are going to be the same. Calculate the side of angle M. That's 40. I've got 180 altogether. Take away the 40, leaves me 140. That's going to be equally between M and another M next, isosceles. So 140 by 2 is 70 degrees. Calculate the size of angle P, a reason for the answer. Well, M is 70 degrees, see above. So 70 plus 110 was 180. Okay, so it's 110 because angles on a straight line. To 180 degrees. There we go. Question 12. Lemon leaf diagram shows us in centimeters of some cat plants. The shortest one is 2, 3 meters high. A, the key. Okay, so I'm going to do history name systems. Diagram is likely. How many plants are represented? 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 12, 8, 20. Range with the highest, that would be the right 6. What's mode like modal? Mode is the mode of which number sorry, it must be more than 8 metres from the house. So 8 metres is equivalent to, so 2 metres is 1 centimetre, so I've got half. 8 metres, half is 4 centimetres. So let's get that sorted first of all. Okay, so 4 centimetres on from there. So that's going to be a line here, like so. 4 centimetres up from there, like so. Now, the crucial bit is the corner bit. To be 4 centimetres from that corner, set the compass, set that to 4 centimetres also. 1, 2, 4. I should be using a sharper pencil really. Okay. So, all of these distances are 4 centimetres now from the corner of that house. Now I've drawn that, I'm going to draw this line in. If I get the pencil to work, I will. And then I'm going to draw this line in. Okay. So it can't be anywhere in here. It must be more than 12 metres from the first tree. Well, there's the first tree, 12 metres, 2 metres, 1 centimetre, I've got half that. That's going to be 6 centimetres. So reset my compass to 6. There we go, from this tree. So that's my next one. It's got to be further away than that. So it can't be anywhere in this bit here, and it can't be anywhere in that bit there. So it's saying on a diagram, construct accurate and shade the regions where the second tree can be planted. So I can be in there or there. Okay, 6 marks, a lot of marks for that question. To me that feels like quite a tough paper. I'm just going to flip back and see what the question one is. It June 2011. Okay, the pass mark that year was actually quite low for this paper, so yeah, that would represent that as being a tough paper. Okay, next thing to do is the usual, go through question 1, I've done it, question 2 I've done, question 3, question 4 and so on, to make sure that as you count up the numbers of questions you haven't got a blank page. Really important to do that in the exam. Hope that's been useful to you. I'll try and record some more so you're able to check and see how I do it.